I started by studying cinema, and I realized I was fascinated by the world of cinema, but I realized in order to make a film, you need to have so many people working with you and understanding your vision, and I realized that I should start with photography because then I can do all the parts. I can do all the parts of the project by my own. So I kind of can control everything and do it as if it's cinema, but in a small, tiny world of my own. So it was easy for me to realize what I had in mind. So that's how I entered into the photography world from cinema. And then when I felt more secure in it, a little bit more secure, I could go back to cinema. But because I'm completely in the art world and not in cinema world, I stayed in this milieu, and I kind of went into the video art. So it kind of, it's almost the same pre-production as you do in cinema, but everything is smaller, and it's like something that I can put in my hands, and not big, and I like it like this. For now, I really feel I belong to this, and that's how I started, and the way I did until now. It's always in the, I think, it's always fiction. It's always something I imagine. It can be memories that I had, or a certain moment that I saw, or a photo I took in a documentary way, but then I am doing the whole world around it and creating it from the beginning. For example, the film Youth, it was based on a photo I made once, black and white photo I made once when I was traveling with my family, and I saw this group of kids and family entering into the cold lake water. It was in Switzerland, but then it made me, it was so strong, the feeling they had when they entered the cold water, so I kept it, and I knew I wanted to do something based on it. And the film Dami is it's all belonged to the world I wanted to create about youth and childhood and memories and escaping reality and going to dreamlike reality and kind of moving away, kind of traveling into far away from daily reality, especially when you live in country that it's so the reality is not simple and so complicated, and political wise it's so something that I feel so much against to it, and it's so I don't know, it's always something that doesn't, maybe it exists, but I'm creating it from the beginning. I don't film it as it is because I always want to make it more pretty, more beautiful, more perfect, more. So and in the real world it's beautiful, but there is always disturbing things that entered into your frame. So it's not a commentary. There is only one person I'm agreed to take photos in a documentary way. It's Hélène Flaise from Le Chronique Purple, and she always somehow I feel obliged to her. I don't know why, but I really respect what she does. So I can go and travel, especially in Israel, and make like reportage text and photos about a certain place or a certain situation, and it can be more. It's also in a completely different way, political way of looking at places, and but it's as if I have those two ways I can look at things. If it's my own world that I'm completely escaping to these places, to those places, or I'm doing something else, or I'm writing about real reality. But also there I will try to make it beautiful as I can. So sometimes I can escape from only imagining things or doing only stage photography, which is this or that. After I gave birth for my second child, I did 3 films, the dance and the dummy and the youth, and then the last one I wanted to do was flag. So I was really, and I was only with, when I did this, I was only with my baby at home, and this and my baby kept me alive in a way. And because I knew I have to be so patient and to wait more than 6 months, it was very, very strong feeling that I must do something. It was stronger than that I could handle, and I remember it was a moment I was lying in bed with my baby, and I said, okay, I must create something that I don't need, it's not a film, it's something that I will go back to photography. It will be as if it's a film, but it's not a film, and then it take me into a play, and a play in photographs, not as a film. So, it's a very certain moment that I remember. I imagined first the image, the stage, the process of waiting, of being patient, of waiting for something to happen, but you have to be so patient, and somehow after I saw exactly what I want to do, I said, okay, now I have to fill it with essence of a play. What play should I take? So to this stage I wanted to have, and I really wrote it on a piece of notes, that I want to have a really empty space, like a box and a moon, and very, very minimalistic stage with children, because I was completely into this world of children and youth, and something that is very pure and clean, and that is not disturbed by all the waves of politics, problems, and terror, and I thought I would go into look in Shakespeare plays and in other plays, and all of a sudden I remembered Samuel Beckett, Waiting for Godot, and I felt that it's exactly what I want to fill into this stage I had in mind. So it's a very awkward way to work, maybe, because first I had the image, and then I had the essence of what I want to put into this image, and maybe it's not the right way, but that's the way it was happening for me. And I read the play again, and I was amazed by the fact that on the front page, I didn't remember it at that moment, but it was written that the play is happening on an empty stage with only the moon of the light of the moon, and a naked tree, and that's it, 3 elements. And it's exactly match what I had in the image I drew and I wrote. So I said, okay, it's perfect. And of course, then it was perfect in many other ways, in the searching for meaning in life, or the fact that the beginning and the end are exactly the same and nothing really changes, or nothing really matters, or it does matter how you pass the time you have in life. If you do something from it, or it's perfect if you decide not to do anything, or if the time passed slow or the time passed very fast. And there were many things in it that really match what I felt at that time. But Waiting for Godot was always played by adults, and in a very sad and miserable way of art directing, and I wanted to make something more naive and more I don't know if it's optimistic, but something that I felt I want to change it and to interpret it into the children world again. So I did it with the children, and I took all kind of details that exist in the play, and I interpreted it into children games or symbols. For example, there at that photo over there, it's from the second part of the play, where the slave arrived to the stage when he's blind, and I didn't want to tell one of the children, now you are blind, because for children it's so tough and so hard, and so I explained them that now she's covering her eyes, and we are playing this game of children that you call in Hebrew blind cow. I don't know how you... And everything was much more childish in a way.